See, the title for the video today is only partially true, and to make it fully make sense, I'm going to take you guys back on a trip one last time of the entire Sniperwolf situation, and then what has just progressed as of yesterday, today of me recording this. If you want to see what just happened recently, skip to it. Here's the timestamp. I'll show you. You can get to it right there. And but for those of you that want to get a quick refresher, I'm going to do this in a singular take. So strap in. Here we go. So starting things off, YouTube sent out a tweet few months ago talking about how one of their top creators, Sniperwolf, gets most of their content from their fans, and how it's like something that you should be inspired by in promotion for an upcoming VidCon. And Jax Films retweets it and says, YouTube, Sniperwolf gets the content from her fans, but steals it, all of it, and doesn't credit any of them, which is backed up with proof. If you go to her actual channel, a lot of her content is TikTok reaction content. It's things where you just watch TikToks nonstop, over and over and over again, not really crediting the creators, not showing the names of the creators, and sometimes not even showing her face, and just pirating used loosely, because that's usually around copyright, but bootlegging the content that does not belong to her, and not really crediting anyone. And as someone who's actually a victim of this, not from Sniperwolf, actually due to XQC and unusual memes, I understand that it can be annoying. I actually had a clip of mine go viral in an XQC video a long time ago, and I received probably around 4 followers on Twitch because of it. So it can be annoying. I understand that. But anyways, as things progress, Jax Films created a second channel, a second channel called Jax Films, and this is where he becomes the protagonist of this situation. This channel is dedicated to essentially short edited versions of his live streams on Twitch. And his live streams on Twitch consist of him doing bingo with his community with certain, like, very easily predictable Sniperwolfisms. Things like her reading the caption of the quote, the name not being there, shaky screen, adding a Mr. Beast text, things that you'd normally see in her videos that is very obviously Sniperwolf video content, and also kind of lazy. And over time, Jax Films gained a bit of notoriety for doing this, with different things going viral all over the website of Twitter and YouTube, of them being like, okay, Sniperwolf steals content, something needs to be done about this. And to be honest, it seemed like nothing was going to happen. It seemed like it was just going to be Jax Films butting his head against a wall until nothing happens. However, everything changed in a recent development where Sniperwolf decided to do something genuinely moronic. I would argue probably the dumbest thing you can do as a content creator. She had posted on her story, and I'm showing you a screenshot from my video because I don't have the screenshot anymore, where she says, should I go visit Jax Films? He lives 5 minutes away from my shoot. And she does. She goes all the way to Jax Films' house and takes a picture of his house and posts it on her Instagram story to her 5.7 million followers, which you could label as doxing, literally doxing, especially with a community who is known to hunt her down before. You'd think that she would have the self-awareness to not expose someone's living, like, place of residence to millions of people online, but she doesn't, apparently. And that brings us to the modern day, the day we're currently presiding in, the present, even. And did I do good, by the way? That was a one take of that entire situation. I only paused in the middle to swallow some saliva because I'm defeating a cold right now. But now the internet hates Sniperwolf. There isn't really a single person who supports her at this point, aside from diehard subscribers who, for some reason, are just holding on, just suckling on like an anglerfish male holding on to a woman. That is a strange analogy that only people who are into the ocean would get. But anyway, stick with me here. YouTube has come out with a response. But not before making YouTube look like absolute idiots, just a little bit further before coming out with a genuine, like, punishment. Because YouTube tweeted out a day or two before that saying, would it be too meta to do a reaction video of a reaction video? YouTube, you goddamn moron. One of your top reactors just doxed someone and you're not doing anything. They even got community noted about this entire thing, which is hilarious because then a day later, they came out with this. The actual final response. Confirming Sniperwolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk harm our community, and the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone helps move this convo to a better place. And this is not exactly the most sweet reaction the internet has wanted, because, first of all, a temporary monetization ban for a crime is not exactly just punishment, and you can tell that YouTube is kind of just favoring her because she makes them tons of money, like boatloads of money, so it's really hard to kind of get them to actually stick to their guns here and make a genuine punishment to someone who has done one of the worst possible things you can do as a content creator. But the other thing in this apology that YouTubers and community members alike aren't a big fan of is the one little part here. The behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. I feel like there is a slight difference between critiquing with parody and doxing someone's address to your 5.7 million followers who are angry at you. There has to be a medium here, right? We have to understand that those are not like comparable. Right, YouTube? And this is a terrible look for YouTube because Twitch just came out with a new update literally today saying Twitch is adding doxing and swatting to their off-service misconduct policy. So Twitch is actually stepping up their game. In fact, actually, side note for Twitch, Twitch is also making it so that you can now multi-stream even as a affiliate and partner on any site. So maybe expect some streams on this site soon because I mainly do Twitch, but I'd love to do both. But anyways, SSniperwolf's situation isn't getting any better. It's not getting any remotely better because not only has she come out with an apology that is probably ChatGPT. Let me show you, though. Let me start by saying I'm sorry to my recent actions. It is inexcusable. I don't know why she's using a semicolon there. I'm sorry to Jack's Film, singular, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Oh, she's not being... Okay. Jack's Film. While we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I'm sorry for reacting the way I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately. Semicolon, again, not for views or content. By the way, this is a gigantic run-on sentence, and I am convinced that she plugged this straight into the chat I'm trying to say it in a Latin way, but it doesn't make sense. I think that it's just a fake apology. In fact, I'm curious. Hold up. Let me do this. Make an apology for Jack Film for doxing him as a YouTuber. Let me see. Okay. All right. This is actually more well-worded than SSniperwolf. So, you know what? Never mind. I lied. Maybe that she did actually write this somehow. But honestly, her case isn't looking too hot when her sister, Wolf, or Waffy, or however the hell you pronounce her name, has been kind of going on a tirade online with people who, like going out against people who speak against SSniperwolf, saying things like, suck my nuts. Very intriguing input. I appreciate it very much. Also saying, not you defending doxing. She didn't dox anyone, dumbass. Google Jack's Film's address, lol, anyone can see it. Which is true, but doesn't support you showing his house to your followers. There has to be... You have to see the issue there. And then also... Like, damn, does he not know how to fight or something? Why do you think... What are you, a goddamn caveman? Do we need to settle things with goddamn baseball bats and clubs? What are you talking about? And, of course, them saying, we show up to your house, what are you doing? They're making jokes on the situation. They're using it as a source of making jokes. Albeit they are kind of funny, but still, it's not right. Because YouTube isn't doing anything about it, and they are aware of that. They're self-aware that they are abusing a system, which is terrible. And of course, she's also retweeting tweets like this guy from Digital Next saying, if he cares about the people who stole content from, has he donated the money he's making off using her name and face and her videos back to the creators? He should know who they are since he points them out in all the honesty. Whatever he's saying, essentially boiling it down, because I read it, but I have dyslexia, so I'm unable to read it live, is he's saying, why doesn't Jack's Films donate his money to these creators? Which my take is, hey, he's not the one stealing! I mean, technically he's stealing from SSniperwolf, who's stealing from them, but he's not the one stealing from them. She is. Shouldn't she have that responsibility since she's the one making way more money than he is, albeit, by the way, just keep that in mind. Like that's not his responsibility, it's hers. Now, I'm not YouTube, I'm not the authorities, I'm not the one that justifies giving SSniperwolf a punishment, so I can't tell you what I think YouTube should have done. I'm happy that they've done something. In fact, I'm more happy about that than I am angry about the minimal sentence. I think that it's just great that she has some sort of punishment. But I'm going to be getting out of here for now. I just wanted to give you guys the situation, and I want to hear your input on it. So let me know in the comments below. Always let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. But for now, I'm going to give you guys the song of the day, which I've been obsessed with this one album called Dreamland by Glass Animals. So it's also incredibly loud by Glass Animals. Give it a listen. I'm going to add it to the songs of the day playlist, and I need to start linking it in the description of my videos. I keep forgetting to. I'm going to link it, I promise. But anyways, have a great one. Stick around for more. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you can. I'd appreciate all of it. And as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night. And rip SSniperwolf, man. She needs some sort of punishment. We just start like throwing rocks at her.